Wednesday's a great night in the NBA, and we can win $75,000. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's a big night in the NBA on Wednesday night as we can win $75,000. We can win $50,000 over on the NBC Sports Predictor app, and we can win $25,000 over on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. It's a combination of giving them some winners, some win margins, player props, game props, a whole bunch of things that all relate to the great NBA action that we love, and we can win, again, $75,000. This will be just like we've done the last 2 weeks. We report in time and research over there on the NBC Sports Predictor app, and then on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, just kind of went off gut and instinct, which in those last 2 weeks, we've actually got 12 points. We've gotten 4 of the 6 winners right each of those last 2 weeks, which is about what we are doing, over the course of the season. So there's been no drop off in production. We need to get better. Let's get better starting tonight. Let's start with the NBC Sports Predictor app. That's where we can win $50,000. That's where they give you 8 questions where it's some player props, game props, and then you got to give them some winners and some win margins. So let's jump on into it. All right, question 1 is which player is going to score the most points? Do not pick Bradley Beal, folks. He is out for this game, so do not pick Bradley Beal. I think Kyrie Irving is tough to predict because you always got, aside Durant, and you don't really know who's going to be, more the focal point in that offense. And James Harden may come back into this game, but even if James Harden doesn't, I still think it's more that issue of Durant and Kyrie don't know who to get. In terms of Lillard and McCollum, either one of those guys could go off. I mean, Lillard does have the greater of the two chances of the chance to go off amongst those two, but I think it's really tough with those two players. So I went with Jason Tatum here. Really like that there's no Jaylen Brown, obviously more in this season, so more of the load is going to be on Jason Tatum. And in fact, his last 8 games, he's averaging 31.2 points. So he's getting hot, getting more productive as the end of the season winds down. So like Jason Tatum right there. Question 2 is which player is going to get the most rebounds? I went ahead and went with Clint Capella on this one. Of these players and of these positions that the team defends, the Wizards are the worst in terms of defending the center position, allowing 16.8 rebounds per game. These two teams just played Monday night. He got 22 on Monday night, and he got 14 rebounds when these two teams played back in January. So like Clint Capella tonight. Question 3 is how many three-pointers will the Wizards make against the Hawks? Well, on Monday night, they got 13 on 50% shooting, which is about what they do. So I'll go ahead and say 13 to 14 three-pointers. Question 4 is how many points will the Celtics get up against the Cavs? Well, I think the Cavs are going to, they're coming off a tough game Tuesday night against the Heat, and then they have to travel to Cleveland. I've got a 109, 111. All these windows are pretty tight, but I don't think the Celtics will hit their season average because of playing a tough game with the Heat and then having to travel. So 109 to 111 to me. Question 5 is how many rebounds will the Blazers get up against the Jazz? Well, if you look back in April, the Blazers got 41. They averaged 45 per game, so I'll say 42 to 44 rebounds in this contest. Question 6 is what will be the total points in the Blazers and the Jazz game? My math has it pegged about 227. So I'll go ahead and say 223 to 229, and maybe we'll modify this once the sportsbook's over-under gets closer to tip-off if I'm way off in terms of my math. But based on my math, I'll go 223 to 229. Question 4 is what would be the winner between the Hawks and the Wizards and the win margin? I've got the Hawks winning this game by 4. Look, they just played the other night. Obviously, it was a really tough, close game. You don't have Bradley Beal still in this contest, and you don't have Russell Westbrook having that emotional, get a triple-double, go ahead and set the record, the all-time NBA record. So I don't think the Wizards will be quite as competitive. They're still fighting for the playoffs, so they'll be competitive. But just that, the Westbrook factor not having into this game, I think the Hawks will win a little bit easier, so give me Hawks winning the game by 4. And then the last game in here is Celtics versus Cavs. Give them a winner and a win margin. I do think the Celtics will still win this game. It'll be tough. I don't think it'll be a blowout as people will, predict or people will think because of that, tough contest with the Heat Tuesday night and then having to travel. Give me the Celtics winning this game by 4 to 6 points. All right, let's flip it over now to the Fox Bet Super 6 app. This is, of course, where you can win $25,000. This is where they give you 6 games. You got to give them 6 winners, 6 win margins, and nobody has won this jackpot all season long. Let's see if we can do it this week or at least win that guaranteed prize of $1,000. All right, for game 1, Wizards versus Hawks. I'll go ahead and say Hawks on this one. Keep it the same, but change the margin a little bit. I'll say 5 to 6 on this one. So Hawks by 5 to 6. Game 2 is Spurs versus Nets. I've got the Nets winning this game by 9 to 10. For Game 3, it's Celtics versus Cavs. I've got the Celtics winning this game by 3 to 4 points. For game 4, it's Pelicans versus Mavs. I got Mavs winning this game, and they'll handle them by 7 to 8 points. For game 5, it's Blazers and Jazz. Jazz will win this game, and they'll also win the game by 7 to 8 points. And then the last one is Rockets versus Lakers. The Lakers will win the game. They'll win the game by double digits. They'll win the game by 11 to 12 points. All right, guys, that's how I'm going to do it tonight. For a chance to win $75,000 on the NBA action, go ahead and hit the like button if I've been of help to you. And as always, I wish you good luck on your picks. Go get that money. All right, we'll see you on the next contest. Have a good one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.